Most families don't get into financial stress because of one big decision. It's usually 100 small ones. A gadget here, a sale over there, something the kids really need. With 4 kids, we realized that every purchase multiplies. More stuff to manage, more money going out, more distractions in the home. So we started making different decisions as a family. We stopped buying junk that we don't need. In this video, I'm sharing 15 things we don't buy as a family of 6. Not because we're extreme, but because buying less has helped us save tons of money and live way more intentionally. Number 1, single-use kitchen gadgets. Now, I've talked about this one in my previous video, but it's worth mentioning again here. Avocado slicer, automatic can opener, pickle picker. Now I get it, some of you actually may use these items. Except for the pickle picker, just why? And if you use these items every single day, I could understand why you would keep them around. But for most items, that's simply not the case. This potato ricer is actually a perfect example of a gadget I bought a couple years ago thinking that it was going to change my life. And I've used it twice, both of them on Thanksgiving. It's just been sitting around in my cabinet. Perfect example of something I shouldn't have purchased in the first place and probably just needs to go now. Number 2, impulse Amazon purchases. With the advent of online shopping, buying something with the click of a mouse is just way too easy. You're sitting there scrolling through different products, you see something that you might want, you see another thing that's sort of related to that item, and before you know it, you're in the Amazon cart rabbit hole. Do this instead. The next time you're scrolling on Amazon, looking at something that you might want to purchase, just add it to your cart and save it for later. Then wait a week or 2 and come back. Chances are you may have already forgotten about that item. The thing that you thought you really needed, you don't even really want anymore. Oh, number 3, social media ad purchases. If an Instagram ad can convince us in 30 seconds, we still wait 30 days. These ads are so good at getting you to think that you need that product instantaneously, and the marketing is such that you feel like you're missing out on some huge sale if you don't purchase it there and then. Don't fall prey to these tactics. If it's something that you absolutely have to have, just pause. Go do some research. Read some reviews on the item, and after 3 to 4 weeks, see if you still need or even want the item anymore. Number 4, excess or retail furniture. We rarely buy brand new furniture anymore. There's just so much aftermarket stuff that you can go out and find on either OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace. Behind me here is this chair that my wife found a few days ago. It's from Restoration Hardware, and someone was just giving it away, and we were able to go pick it up within 30 minutes of seeing the ad. New furniture is so expensive, and oftentimes it takes a ton of time to build. IKEA, I'm looking at you. Still love you. And it's often super overpriced. Not only that, but when you buy aftermarket on these different platforms, it forces you to be really intentional and patient about what you end up buying for yourself, as opposed to just going online or going to a store and purchasing something just out of impulse. Number 5, decor just for decor's sake. I get it. You want your home to be beautiful and to have a splash of color here or there. The problem is when the decor items serve no actual function and they're just there to look pretty. It's hard to justify their existence in the home. Instead, look for items that not just look beautiful, but that actually serve some sort of purpose. Number 6, bulk groceries without a plan. About 60 to 74 million tons of food are thrown away each year in the United States. Now, I'm not sure what the math is on that, but it certainly couldn't be helping your pocketbook. Not only that, but a cluttered pantry is usually going to equal wasted food. Stuff gets lost, gets pushed to the back, you can't find it anymore, and then 6 months later, it rears its ugly head. Buying in bulk sounds smart and cost efficient until it overcrowds your pantry and you can't find anything. If you're going to buy in bulk, make sure you have a plan for how you're going to use that food and do your best to stick to that plan. Number 7, extra water bottles for kids and adults. Not every person in the household needs to have 2, 3, 4 water bottles. Just one. Choose something that doesn't leak easily, especially for your kids. I really like these Yeti water bottles, not sponsored, but Yeti, if you're listening. We also like these because it's easy for the kids just to open them up and sip out of them, and they're super durable. These things literally go everywhere with our kids. Sports practices, school, all-day outings, so they need to be able to take a beating. Not having a bunch of water bottles is going to free up so much space in your pantry, and it's going to save you a ton of money because you're not going to be purchasing extra water bottles that you don't really need. Number 8 is excess clothes. When I'm on a Costco run, I'll pass by that clothes section and start to look over and see something that maybe catches my eye. And because it's Costco and the price seems super cheap, I want to go ahead and pick up that item. And I start to convince myself that I really need another pair of jeans or another sweatshirt or whatever it is. The truth is, there's only so many clothes that you can wear. And everybody in our house all kind of has their favorite outfits anyway that they like to wear. Everything else just kind of sits there in the closet. Number 9, shoes just for fashion's sake. As a family of 6, even if each one of us only had 3 pairs of shoes, that's still 18 pairs of shoes. And that's on the extreme low end. Try not to buy pairs of shoes that only do one thing or are just purely for fashion. I've got this pair of Vans here. I love them. They're extremely versatile. I can use them for rain because they're waterproof. I wear them to church. I can wear them out in the snow. I can wear them just walking around or going on errands or whatever. I could even use these for hiking if I wanted to. The point is they do multiple things pretty well. Beyond that, I've got a pair of running shoes that I use for, well, running and for exercising and working out in the gym. And I've got a pair of nice, I guess what you would call Sunday whites. This is like the closest thing I have to a pair of dress shoes. I'm probably upsetting all you fashion people out there. Shoes not only cost a ton of money, but they take up a ton of space in your garage or your entryway or wherever you put your shoes. Add in flip-flops and cleats and all the other stuff, and it can get out of hand really quickly. Try to find pairs of shoes that will do multiple things well for you. And that way you don't have to look at a big, smelly pile of shoes every time you enter and leave your home. Number 10, pre-cut convenience foods. Not purchasing pre-cut convenient foods not only saves money, but it teaches our kids prep skills. When we buy pre-cut or pre-portioned or even pre-prepared food, it's often marked up several times from what you would originally pay if you were to just prepare it yourself. That's because you're spending money on convenience. At the end of the day, we ask ourselves, is the couple of minutes this convenience item is saving me worth the few extra dollars that it costs to purchase it? Most of the time, the answer is no. Number 11, impulse toy purchases. This comes down to teaching our kids about impulse control and the personal cost to them when they make a purchase. Our older kids have ledgers where they keep track of their finances, such as they are. They add their chore money each week and watch their savings grow, and on the flip side, when they make purchases, they see that money quickly disappear. And like I mentioned with impulse Amazon purchases earlier, we don't allow our kids to make impulse in-store purchases. If it's not something they've been asking for or wanting for a really long time, we tell them to wait on it for a week. If that item is still living rent-free in their heads and they have the money saved up for it, we go back to the store or go online and make the purchase. Number 12, every birthday or Christmas gift request. In that same vein of impulse in-store purchases for the kids, we don't make Christmas and birthdays about the sheer quantity of gifts that they're receiving. As parents, we love to bless our kids. We love to see them happy. We love to see the smiles on their faces when they open the present that they really wanted. But adding more and more gifts can not only cost your wallet, but it can quickly overclutter their rooms and the home itself. Instead, we try to prioritize meaningful gifts and experiences over sheer quantity. We try to keep holidays intentional. Remember, more gifts doesn't equal more joy. Number 13, subscriptions we don't actively use. I feel like this one should be more obvious, but it can really get out of hand if you don't monitor it closely. Car wash, batting cages, non-streaming digital subscriptions. There's so much that can add up quickly. And I haven't even talked about streaming services yet. This isn't something that necessarily physically clutters your home, but can really digitally clutter your life and really quietly drain your bank account little by little each and every month. Take inventory of your subscriptions, write them down somewhere where you can all see them, and cut the ones that you're not using. Number 14, upgrading things that still work just fine or that just need a little bit of maintenance. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if it is broken, can it be fixed at home? Newer isn't automatically better, and with technology these days, it can become so easy and pervasive to just upgrade to the newest iPhone, the newest piece of tech that comes out, and it's a never-ending cycle. We're always trying to upgrade to the latest and greatest thing that's out there. I get it, I love tech, but I don't know. I've had this iPhone, it's an iPhone 11 for 5 years now. It still works great. It's not super lightning fast, but it does everything I need it to do just fine. Also, I mentioned fixing your old items. Sometimes all you need is a couple minutes online and a couple minutes troubleshooting your broken product, and voila, you have something that's almost as good as new. We have this vacuum. There have been several times that I thought this vacuum was broken. We've had it for almost 10 years now, only to find out it just needed to be cleaned or have a filter replaced, or there was something stuck in the hose. And I know it seems like a no-brainer, just check the thing to make sure that everything's working properly, but I think so many people would probably just throw it away just as an excuse to get a new one. Last but not least, don't buy anything on credit. Don't tell yourself you're gonna have the money a week from now or 2 weeks from now or when you get paid or whatever. That money is already likely spoken for. And more often than not, you're gonna forget you made that purchase on credit, and it's just gonna pile on to your next week's or next month's expenses. It's just not worth it. And I know there's those credit cards with point systems out there. My advice is if you don't have the cash that you can immediately transfer from your bank account to pay off that credit card, just don't do it. Anyway guys, that's it for today. I really hope that this list has helped you out in some way, shape, or form. I really want to create content that's going to help people, and if sharing some of my own learnings and some of my own experiences can help do that, that's a huge win. If you did enjoy this content, please give it a like, please subscribe, please share it with someone, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.